Welcome to Kennesaw, Georgia, in the greater Atlanta area and home to the Owls of Kennesaw State, where these fans have been eagerly anticipating this one all week. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from Conference USA, the Kennesaw State Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Ready to fire from the pistol. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throws for the tight end. That pass is incomplete. So the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted, messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. He'll bring it back. It's Etienne. Offense set on 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Lovett. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run up to the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that.
And that pass intercepted. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Man, teams that play cover 1 at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
The give to the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking to pass, it's Bryson. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Fires and picked off. Going the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Looking for the end zone. And he intercepts it. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. Second interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Trying to find his man on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On the ground, it's Ashley. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Feeling some heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets a block. And he's still running after the move. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Georgia! He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. To the air, it's back. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
The kickoff team is out there, and their number one job is to make sure one special team's touchdown isn't answered with another one. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And the pass hits, picked off. Bringing it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Dogs!
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. He'll throw it. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Oh, my, he just shanked that one. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
It's a reverse. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
You know, as an offense, oftentimes you try the reverse play because you're trying to take advantage of a defense over pursuing and by a lot of defensive team speed. Didn't work right there. Great discipline by this defense.
Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the third time today. Got room on the return. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Owls! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and get the ball right back.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Keeps it on the bootleg. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing, you've got guys swiping at it. You've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job of ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offensive first. Absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, when you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. And the kick from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Beck. He's going to let it go. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. Plays like that present themselves and receivers are open. As a quarterback, you have got to make that play.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Lovett. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
He'll take a shot. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good in covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off to start things here in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Bell. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic.
Oh, look out! The 40, at the 30, the 10, and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game,
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Georgia!
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
it's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Moss. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. He leaves it with the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Bryson. Getting some heat. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Try to get it to the edge. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Lovett. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
They'll throw it on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Bell. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Beck. Got his man out of the backfield. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Quarterback sneaks it ahead. Touchdown, Dogs! And the pummeling has started.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And here's the return. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over.
And that is his fifth interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Kennesaw State right back to work.
Yeah, and this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the fourth quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost done.
Well, they're trying to go tossed in the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
Line getting set on second down. Scanning the field, it's Beck. Looking left. Makes a connection. Touchdown, Georgia! And the stomping has commenced.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he made the extra point without problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. It can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Dogs! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Yeah, and how about that, man? Fourth down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jeff.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On fourth down, going to the air. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Back to pass, it's back. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Now he's going to break the pocket. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Here we go. On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. And they're going to put another one in into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And the extra point is good. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had, plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
So that's going to do. Texas, home to technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here. You know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Troy Trojans, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. First down for this offense. To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback checking off. Looking downfield, it's Crowder. Pressure coming. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. And guys, this 3rd and long is not exactly how they drew it up. Hopefully it's not an indication of what we'll see the rest of the game. Still looking on the move. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field. We're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
On the move, it's Bolden. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Taking a a shot on the first play. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
He wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some point.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
So when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space. So if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field.
And the ball's loose. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And it was so positive, and you did such a good job scrambling and making a play, but finish it. Finish that play understanding I got some positive yards. Let's get down. Let's take care of the football. Didn't do a good job at the end of the run.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Crowder. What a snag by the defense. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. He's going to pass. Fires to the middle. They intercepted. Looking for the third. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a beautiful sight. Not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can just have unbelievable hands to the mix because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Getting him on the ground. That's why they built a lead.
Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Trojans will send out the punt unit. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. looking to throw. It's Ewers. He's moving out of the pocket. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, they'll take to the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on third and goal. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. He got it. So they were able to put up a 3-spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Back to throw, it's Crowder. They're trying to get to it. Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Ross. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a first and 10. He wants to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he's looking downfield. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is going to need a nice bath when this game is over because he is getting blocked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. You can't wait for this game to be over.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Wants to throw on first down. And the timing just a hair off. After the incompletion, situation. Here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. They want to just keep throwing it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot.
Unleashes one deep. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn!
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and fielding coverage. And when you go empty and spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Dropping back, it's Ewers. Coming, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive,
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there calls the missed timing.
That is a great example of the D-line playing with tremendous awareness. That player knew he was not going to get to the quarterback. Wasn't going to sack him. So he slowed himself down, got under control, located the quarterback, and he got his big paws in the air to knock it away.
He rifles one deep down the middle. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Trojans! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
and I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they could not have finished with more style. An 87-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He thought about bringing that out. Take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignment. Going for the big play. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Not all DBs can make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position. They don't really secure the football. Great job on the DB, securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Going up top on first down. incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to throw, it's Manning. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. He'll bring it out. It's Bolden. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play. They're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, what a good job by the pass rush. Get into the QB, putting the lick on him as he's throwing the football. That's what you want. It doesn't matter about sacks. You've got to get quarterback hits.
Looking to throw it again. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Longhorn.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
Wide receiver shows motion. Caught behind the line. It's Golden. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He'll start this drive firing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Dropping fakes Crowder. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Texans!
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
He's into the end zone for the two and extends the lead. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. So guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for it all. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He'll try to take it back. The 40. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse. He tries to take the top off. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing?
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That's now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Back to throw, it's Manning. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's complete, a huge pickup. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
You got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll pull it down. Open space at the 25. Any way you can in your freshman season at quarterback, and he gets it done on the ground. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Skips away from pressure. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. Corner's going to give them room. On second down, just keeps firing. Looking deep down the right side. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll take another shot here. Ball in the air, intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Looking for a man. It's Crowder. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running.
Going up top. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and going, no, look out, you're blindside, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Touchdown, Texas! And the route is on. They have not been able to cover this guy all day.
I tell you what, this offense is featured. They're doing a really good job. This guy's explosive. He's dynamic. He's making big plays. And yeah, I'm going to get him the football as many ways as I can. Kudos to the offense for finding a guy.
Knocked down for the tackle.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Not much drive or anxiety. They're waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. A third and long coming up here. Looking to throw, it's Crowder. They're bringing heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, you're going to have time to throw.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Bond. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. The Longhorns want to move quickly. on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
You want to have a lot of success on defense, make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. This defense has been doing it time and time again, and you can tell this quarterback doesn't have a prayer.
Pocket starts to collapse. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the beatdown has ensued. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. So guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Fires to the right. And the ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Texans! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker. Always, that's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
Into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick six, and then your offense gets the two-point conversion. Wow.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Feeling some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground.
This is exactly how you draw it up. This is a situation where you can have all the easy stuff. We're not giving up the big play. The defense understands the situation, forces the incompletion, and now has a chance to just take that beautiful victory.
Just keeps moving. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the punishment has been extended. There is time on the clock. If there is time on the clock, there is time to put more points on the board. I mean, the scoreboard operator needs to work out too, right?
Yeah, and I guess he's been getting it, and the defense's job is to stop. But I would argue, Reese, you can just take a knee. You take a knee, run the clock, you still get out of here, and you still get the win.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as they... Oh, they knock it free! How in the world did the offense retain possession? Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Texas! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
That quarterback's in zone coverage. They have to see it, and they have to manipulate defenders, and they don't. You could tell the middle linebacker reading his eyes the whole way, breaks on the football,